Hi friends, my name is Gunashegaran Berabakran. I'm 21 years old and I'm from the electrical department. Today I'm making this video for my assignment based on the subject philosophy and current issues. I'm going to talk about my topic today. The topic is the Russian sleep experiment. Okay, so this experiment happened in the late 1940s, where the Soviet era researchers have created a stimulant that they believe can keep a person alive for a very long time, which is very handy when you are fighting a war. So they've made something special, but they need to test it on the humans first. So at that time there were plenty of prisoners. They chose 5 prisoners for the stimulant experiment. They set up a test area where the 5 subjects will stay. It's a sealed environment into which the researchers can release the stimulant in gas form and check if the levels of the oxygens are okay. The subjects have been given dried food, each a bed with no bedding, running water, and a toilet. The researchers listened to the subjects through a microphone, and there were cameras through which they can monitor the subjects. The only portholes to the outside are 5-inch thick glass windows, which are barely good enough to see a shadow form. The scene was set, and the 5 seemed in good spirits for the first 3 days. The gas was doing its job, and the researchers were pleased about that. The subjects agreed to try and stay awake for 30 days, and have been falsely informed that if they can make the 30 days, they will get their freedom. Things turn slightly dark around the 4th day mark, when the subjects start discussing war and the horrors they have seen. Day 5, and things get worse. The men start showing signs of psychosis, talking to themselves and to things that are not there. At day 9, the effect of gas was more solid, when one guy just started screaming and running up and down the room. He screamed so much that he seemed to tear his vocal cords. A few more days passed, and there was an eerie silence. The men could not be seen from the cameras. They were alive for sure, since the oxygen level indicated 5 men breathing, so they had to go in. Then one of the researchers said through the microphone, "We are opening the chamber to test the microphones. Step away from the door and lie flat on the floor, or you will be shot. Compliance will earn one of you your immediate freedom." They heard one voice respond. It said, "We no longer want to be freed." The researchers said, "There's nothing we can do but open the door." They let the gas out and went to the chamber. The researchers heard a man screaming again, pleading for more of that gas. They opened the doors on day 15 and to their surprise saw one man was dead. On closer inspection, the researchers saw that the wounds on the man were very bad. They had torn the skin and muscles from their own chest, which revealed the horrific sight of the man's lungs. Blood vessels that were still working had been removed. Other internal organs were seen laid on the floor like a piece of art and the men were going to eat them. The researchers called for backup. When soldiers arrived to help remove the subjects, the extractation process wasn't exactly fun. 5 soldiers lost their life trying to extract them. Then the remaining 3 subjects were sedated and moved to the more secure facility. Then, at the hospital, the surgeons got to work on putting the missing organs and bits of viscera back in one man. But when the doctor gave the anesthetic, the man's heart stopped and he died right on the spot. When they tried to fix up the next man, they decided not to give anesthetic. They patched him up nice, sewing up his ruptured organs and laying skin's graft on him. When the surgeon was undergoing, the man was smiling. The other man was laughing like a maniac and said that he needed the gas. So one of the KGB former agent wanted to put them both on the gas. After putting them in the chamber, things went differently and one of them died. The last guy ended up back in the study room with the other guy seemingly dead on the bed. But 3 researchers were in there too. Suddenly, one of the researchers shot the commander and then shot the subject. He shouted out loud, "What are you? I must know." The subject that was shot by evidently was not dead replied, "Have you forgotten so easily? We are you. We are what you hide from in your beds every night." The researcher then put another bullet through the man's chest and the last man died. Okay, that's the end of the story. Thank you guys for listening and thank you so much. Goodbye.